आप सभी को मेरा प्रणाम नमस्कार and a very warm afternoon to all of you. I welcome all of you for today's session on 1 week online FDP on ICT for effective teaching learning, being hosted and organized by Chintamani Mahavidyalaya Gugus. The topic for my discussion, or the topic which I have chosen, or the topic which is given to me, is role of ICT for dissemination of knowledge and education through e-learning and ODL platform. Now this topic is in line up with the theme which the organizer has chosen for the faculty development program, and it's an online program wherein you will be attending online lectures, you will be asking questions online, and probably end of the FDP you will be giving one examination also, so that you get a certificate of successful participation. Now, the first and the foremost, I'd like to congratulate and I would like to thank also the organizing committee for this 1 week online FDP program. My special thanks goes to President Madam of Chintamani Mahavidyalaya, Srimati Shubhangi Donkulwar, and the principal of the college, Dr. C.S. Kumbhare. I've been coordinating with this online lecture, video recorded lecture, with the program director, Dr. Ravi Dharpawar sir, who is played a major role and is instrumental in organizing and coordinating for most of the thing. In fact, apart from Dr. Ravi Dhar Pawar sir, I would also wish all the best for his team. The success, in fact, they have got. 2 days back, when I was talking to him, he said the registration has gone above 2,200 and it is adding every day. So the number of registration that has taken place for a place like Gugas, which is in the remote part of Chandrapur, with not more than population of, I think it should not be more than 1 lakh, because the census, the population census of 2011 says it was 53,000 something. So hopefully I think it must have doubled in this 10 years. But for a small place like this, Chintamani Mahavidyalaya, hosting something on online FDP is really a big achievement, and getting such a huge response is, again I would say, brings laurel to the institute. Nevertheless, we'll be moving to our topic now. The everything, the theme is online, actually online FDP, and the another theme is ICT, and our focus will be on how effectively this ICT can be used for teaching as well as learning, right? All of you know the full form of ICT. It stands for information communication technology, right? Or tools. You can other word you can use for technology are tools also, which most people frequently interchangeably use this technology with tools. So all we have to first of all know is what exactly is ICT, right? What are the tools and platforms that are available for teaching and learning online, right? In fact, I have introduced myself, so let me go to the first slide. In fact, it was first slide. Let me go to the second slide. Online learning, a new norm. What is this online learning and what is this new norm? Now, all of you know the background. Why so many webinars are happening? Why so many online FDPs are happening? Why so many online quizzes are happening? Why so many online lectures are happening? Assignment are being submitted online. Assessment and evaluation of the student is done online. So the reason behind is, all of you know, it is the culprit coronavirus COVID-19, which has spread throughout the globe, and which has affected most of the economy of most of the countries. It has affected the life. It has changed the mindset. It has changed the way we are teaching to our student. It has changed the pedagogy of how we teach. Actually, previously we used to go to classroom where we were very comfortable interacting with student, lot of interpersonal skill, काफ़ी आदान प्रदान होता था. क्लासरूम टीचिंग जो अपना होता था, तो उसमें स्टूडेंट के साथ जो इंटरेक्शन होने से तुरंत हमें फीडबैक मिल जाता था कि हाउ गुड वी आर व्हेन इट कम्स टू टीचिंग, राइट. So the next point is what I mentioned is regarding online learning, right? The new norm and the new normal, which I will be coming to it. First of all, let us talk about the new normal. What does this word particularly means? Now, this word says now online learning will be not a new thing in coming time, or rather it has started trickling down right to the lowest of strata of the society. In fact, everybody has started getting acquainted with most of the online apps. They have started using those apps. They have started following teaching and learning, especially when it comes to students community. The teacher has started taking online classes. Teacher has started preparing PowerPoint presentation. Teacher has started preparing the quizzes, online quizzes and online assessment. So in coming time, this is going to be a normal phenomenon. What do I mean by the new normal is that in coming time, this is going to be a normal way of life, how we are going to live. Previously, it was not like this. Now, sitting at home, most of the work we have to do from here only, including ordering of grocery, including ordering of other essential items. In fact, a few days back I've ordered medicine for the first time online. Now we all have started using all these apps, and we all are coming to know the advantages of using such types of apps. Our theme is actually online learning. Forget about those apps. There are few apps which caters to online learning. काफ़ी सारे apps है. बायजूस एक ad देखते होगे आप. It is the brand ambassador is Mr. Shahrukh Khan. Then you have Topper as one of the good educational platform. Lot many LMS, that is learning management systems, are there which are available for the e-learners. Now this word has come out, e-learners. Previously there were only learners and students. Now e-learner, we call them e-learner because they have to learn everything online. Previously it was classroom. Now most of the classroom part, at least for coming few months or maybe a year's time, it doesn't seems that life will come back to normal what it was prior to the first lockdown, which started on 23rd of March, right? So let us go to our first slide, which again talk about what are the new norms and new normals. Now what are the new norms now? Now see, all this context is regarding teaching and learning, and that too online, that too e-learning we are talking about. The entire theme of this FDP is e-learning, online learning, and the use of ICT tools. Now this ICT tools, as you know, comprises of lot many things. In fact, one slide I have committed to that particular ICT tools platform only, but this is not new actually. In fact, if you go back maybe 20 years, pagers, we started with pagers. I do not know how many of you have used those pagers, but it was one-way communication where you used to get messages from maybe your employee, or if somebody wants to message from their home, they has to give call to a particular number, and then the message used to reach you. So after reading the message, you can probably you can give a call back or know exactly what is needed by the other person. Now after that came a mobile phone. Again, see what has happened whenever new technology has come into picture or new technology was invented, like typewriters was replaced by computers. So as a human being, as a human psychology, most of the time we fear changes, or since even though we know that change is inevitable, that means change is bound to happen. होते ही रहेगा और होना ही चाहिए, अच्छे के लिए होना चाहिए, that is needed. But we cannot stop the changes which are going to happen in technology, at least because these changes are very rapid, very fast. And in order to survive, in order to cope up with your profession, I'm talking about teaching as a profession, you as a teacher or as a student have to adopt yourself to all this new norm. That's why I've committed this slide to the new norm. Now what are the new norms? Get acquainted, get develop a interest, right? Develop a skill to use all this platform, use e-learning, use all the apps that are available, use all the video conferencing tools that are available, so that you become an effective teacher. And again, I won't say only teacher, e-teacher, like e-learners are there. Now we people have become e-teachers. Now what are the new norms and new normal? The new norm says that teacher will not be replaced by technology. In fact, most of the people used to say oftenly that no, everything is going to be now online. What is the need of teacher? Google is there to help you out. Lot many platforms are there who can help the student. But let me tell you one thing very clearly: the role of teacher will be never be replaced by technology, and I'll tell you the reason behind it. Because technology, fine, it does have its advantages, but it do have its own disadvantages. That is pros and cons, we call it. कुछ फ़ायदे भी है और कुछ नुकसान भी है. तो फ़ायदे तो we have to encash on that, but because of these disadvantages, like there are misleading information available on internet, misleading news, or we call it fake news are there, information which is not referred, which somebody has just posted based on his imagination, which doesn't have any facts to it, can be misleading to a student. He will get misguided, and probably instead of getting knowledge, he will degrade in his knowledge. So teacher will not be replaced by technology, but teacher who do not use technology will be replaced by those who do. Now this is a very famous quote by Charlie Bitch. Actually, she has quoted it a few years back, that the role of teachers, we know, since even if you go in mythology, Gurukul concept was there in India. Prior to that, first world university, Takshashila, it was there in India. It started in 4th century. We Indian were lucky enough that that university was offering almost all sort of courses, including medicine, including architecture, including sociology, psychology, including history. So the importance of guru, especially when it comes to Indian culture, or the importance of teacher was there in the past. It is there right now also, and in future also. Nobody can replace the teacher. So we people should be not that much afraid or nervous of thinking that technology will overtake us, and after some time will be outdated or will become obsolete. So it is not like that. All you have to do is adopt to the technology, right? And why we are adopting to the technology? Background, all of you know, COVID-19, coronavirus. In fact, It started from China and it went on spreading to most of the countries throughout the globe. The most affected countries were the most powerful countries where the transportation was easy and the spread of coronavirus was very easy. Especially it started through flights only, then it slowly spread to trains and other mode of transportation. And the speciality of coronavirus is, why I'm quoting all this is, I'm not very happy with the way the corona is adopting himself or herself to the environment, but the way coronavirus has adopted or has spread in various part of the world, it was felt that the corona won't survive in hot temperature or in weather like we have in Vidarbha in the month of probably May and April, May, June. Probably we have 2 3 months which are very hot, especially when it comes to talking about India. Even other parts are also above 40s only, but it has adopted itself and it is spreading. So this is the lesson we can take. In fact, we know it has caused lot of harm to the human being, to the economy. It has troubled the poor, especially the labor class. All of we have seen on television how difficult it was for them to go back to their native place because of lockdown. Many of them traveled barefooted miles and miles to reach their home. Now this is not very good picture, this is bad picture, this is painful, this is not appealing, and the surety is not there when the vaccine will come and when this virus is going to go. But I'll be using this but very often, because but every coin has other side to it. So here the new norm says that if we teach today's students as we taught yesterday, we rob them of tomorrow. Now what does this mean? अगर आज के जो अपने विद्यार्थी है, अपने स्टूडेंट्स जो है, उनको अपन कल जैसा पढ़ाते थे वैसा ही पढ़ाएंगे, तो उनका फ्यूचर प्रॉब्ली हम उनसे चुरा लेंगे या उनका फ्यूचर हम खराब करेंगे. क्यों? इसके पीछे कारण ये है, द ओनली रीज़न इज़ इफ़ वी डू नॉट अडॉप्ट टू द टेक्नोलॉजी and motivate the student and inspire the student to adopt to the technology, then probably they'll also become outdated, they'll also become obsolete, and they won't find a proper placement or job for themselves in the market. Now all of you know what is happening globally with the economy, which markets are down, which industries are down, especially transport industry, hotel industry, hospitality we call it. It includes tourism as well, right? Then what is up? Pharmacy is up, hospital industry is up, all because the demand for lot many medicines has increased, right? Even online teaching market has increased manifold, and in coming years, within a span of 5 years, it is going to expand like anything. So why I've given this quote and the reason. See, the history of humankind and even the animals. I'll take coronavirus as one of the animal only, eating humans. That they have learned to collaborate and improve most effectively whatever environment is there. We have adopted ourselves. If you go back to Stone Age, वहाँ से लेके आज तक, we have tried to change ourselves according to the norms, according to the culture, according to the technology which kept on changing. Previously we were not the elder people were reluctant to use mobile phone, but now most of the houses, the landline has gone away. The landline has taken place by Android phone. Most of the family members, everybody has individual mobile phone nowadays, because the prices has come down, because the consumption has increased, the demand has increased, right? So the what we are going to learn here is traditional learning versus e-learning. Now, traditional learning, we all know, we are very familiar with it, we are very comfortable, we know that it is the most effective way of delivering anything, but at the same time, e learning is also very effective provided we use it properly, provided we motivate others to use it properly. And probably our audience is here, our audience is students only. When if I am a teacher, then probably my audience, or my my lectures will inspire the student, they will motivate the student. If I start using the ICT tools properly, if I start promoting them, if I start guiding them on what to use, what not to use, what is more friendly, user friendly we call it, what is very difficult, right? So learning ICT is not very difficult, it is not a rocket science. कोई साइंटिस्ट नहीं बनना है हमको. All we have to do is utilize all these tools to impart the knowledge to our students, and let them now call them as e-learners. Now what I have included in my presentation, I have 6 parts to my presentation. 6 parts में बटा हुआ है. First part is, it is all about e-learning. What exactly is e-learning, and why we are talking, why are we adding this e word in front of learning? Because ultimately everything is learning, right? Why e-learning? All about e-learning. Second is e-learning's its advantages for the students. What particular advantages are there for the students? At the same time, I'll be talking about few disadvantages also, right? Then advantages to the teachers. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages deliberately I have not included in depth. The reason being, we now are helpless. We are compiled, we are compelled, not compiled, we are compelled to use this platform. We are forced, right? And we have to somehow adopt, we have to at any cost adopt to this platform, saying that fine, I am on the verge of retirement, or now is this my age of learning all this? Won't do. Even if you are retired person, you have to start learning all this thing. Not maybe not e-learning, or not maybe e-teaching, but probably using all this digital platform, at least for paying bills, because electricity bill can be paid online, most of the almost everything can be paid online, including your insurance policies, including your corporation tax. So you need not go to a office, any particular office, and risk yourself with the virus. You need not go in a crowd, you can do it sitting at your home within a click of a button. You don't have to travel around. That cost of commuting will be saved, right? Your petrol expenses will be saved. The most precious. Yes, let us continue. Actually, the session content I have discussed with you. Now, let me go to the first topic of my session, which I have positioned it is into 6 part. What is e-learning? That is very important. E-learning is something which is often used along with online learning. You can take both this word as one and the same, but technically speaking, they have certain difference. ऑनलाइन लर्निंग इज़ यूजुअली रियल टाइम लर्निंग. रियल टाइम लर्निंग क्या होता है कि मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ और आप उसी वक्त मुझे सुन रहे हैं, जैसा अपन मोबाइल कॉल्स में होता है. मैं अगर आपको कॉल करता हूँ तो जो मैं बात यहाँ कर रहा हूँ, प्रॉब्ली रियल टाइम में फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड्स का डिफरेंस रहता है कि मैं जो बात कर रहा हूँ आपको उसी समय विद इन अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड्स यू आर एबल टू हियर दैट वॉट एवर आई एम सेइंग. सो दैट इज़ द बेसिक डिफरेंस. Whereas in e-learning, it can be both. It can be passive learning also, where I have uploaded my videos on YouTube, and you as an audience or you as a participant can watch it any point of time whenever you get time, or whenever you are free, or whenever you feel the need to go through those material, right? There are plenty of material, as I have earlier said, which are e-resources we call it, right? Which are available on available on various websites, various platforms, various apps. that can also be referred for learning through virtual platform or online medium is nothing but e-learning. Now it includes everything. In fact, it is a huge infrastructure for e-learning. It is not only the mobile phone or the laptop which comprises the part of infrastructure. It includes all the mobile towers which imitate or which transmit the data to your home, to your laptop, to your mobile. It includes all sort of servers which are located somewhere on the globe. Probably most of the servers are in USA. So this thing makes the infrastructure very huge, very gigantic. Lot of investment goes in this infrastructure. You and me are just a part of it, a smallest part of it. In fact, maintaining a server by Google in itself, it consumes rooms and rooms. Actually, these big size servers are there. Earlier it was more than that. Now because of advancement in technology, the server size has reduced. So e-learning is nothing, it is no rocket science. You need not be a scientist for that. As I said earlier, all you need is to use these apps properly, right? Use these apps, platforms, website effectively, so that whoever is going to listen to you or your learners, because we are talking about teaching and learning, your learner should follow very easily what you are saying. समझ में आना चाहिए. वॉट एवर यू आर सेइंग दे शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड ग्रास्प द थिंग as you do in classroom. So not much of a difference between traditional learning and e-learning, only the platform has changed. Over there in classroom probably we have podium and dais. Here we have laptops, mobile phones and our desktops which act as a podium and dais for we people. E-learning trends. What are the trends? Trends are going to go high and high as the corona has impacted, especially talking about education industry. Online industry is going to grow. It has grown and now it is going to grow with a very rapid speed. In fact, there is a restriction of time, so I think I'll limit my presentation. I'll go to the important points only. What are the advantages to the students? Plenty of advantages are there. If the student use it wisely, he applies his mind, he makes himself motivated, he makes himself self-learner. The example I have given was Eklavya, the first ODL student, open and distance learning student, who learned the education of archery, right, from Dronacharya. He was not admitted student of the Gurukul, but he somehow coped up, and by imitating what he was telling to his student, he was able to become the best archer at that point of time. The other story I won't go into detail about it, right? So e-learning gives a chance without a teacher being physically present. You can learn lot many things, and you can learn, and plenty of materials are available. In fact, if you go to library do have its own limitation, right? So library, you won't get all sort of material, and you are not sure which book is good, which book is not good for you. But here in e-learning, the e-resources usually have the concept of reviewer, where the person who has used probably that book or that material usually gives reviews or put their comments on that particular website. So you come to know that with how good that material is. Probably getting 4 and above star out of 5 is considered to be a good review most of the time. Other advantages are like e-learning platform gives you individualized. See, you can individually interact with your teacher. You can have one-to-one meeting. When we talk about interpersonal communication or interpersonal skill, that is communicating between two individuals, right? Interpersonal, right? Even that can be between an individual and a group of students. So here also you get a chance. People in fact say that this is a disadvantage. Even I say that this is a disadvantage of e-learning platforms, that you cannot interact properly the way we do in classroom. But यहाँ पे भी इसकी खूबियाँ है कि आप वक्त पड़ा तो you just give a WhatsApp call, or you just put a email, personal email to your student asking for a assignment, or you can clear their doubts on emails, on WhatsApp, on online platforms like we are using today. YouTube is there, right? Next part or next slide is advantages to the teacher. Teacher, in fact, this is the additional advantage since we are locked down, and many teachers earlier who were tech savvy were doing this. They are acting as a home tutors to many students, especially in US. There are plenty of websites which offer you a job that you sitting at your home can earn at the comfort of home. Now, what are their jobs and duties? That their job and duty is to solve the doubts, the difficulties of the students, online learners or e-learners, try to help them in their assignment, try to help them in their examination, and they are paid. They are paid good actually compared to what the traditional teacher are paid, because their payment is not on monthly basis, but it is based on hourly basis payment, that too in dollars, right? So they are earning much more. Only thing is we are not aware about it because we have never used this platform, we have never discussed about this, and as I said, as a human being, we are afraid of change. We are reluctant to adopt to new technology, we are reluctant to learn new things, many of us, and it's a human nature, nothing wrong in that. But somehow we have to start adopting to all these changes. The way I've quoted again, I'm quoting coronavirus. The reason is that only because of it we are here, and see how this coronavirus has adopted himself or herself. We do not know whether it's male or female because it's a virus. So it has adopted to all sort of environment, including the hottest of the weather, including the coldest of the weather, including the humidity which is present out there, including the human race. You see, the races are different. Americans are have different immunity than compared to Indians, Chinese, right? So everybody, we have 4 5 races which are present on this globe, but it has adopted to attack all the human beings on the earth. It has not spared the poorest of poor, and it has not spared the richest of rich, right? In fact, many of the ministers and the government official in UK got infected by coronavirus, same as happened with uh, Iran, right? Many countries, in fact, it is happening with India also. All of you know the example. I won't quote the name, but we are aware about it, right? Advantage again, few more advantage for teacher is you can reach out to many people at the same time. Class do have its own limitation. एक क्लास में 60 बच्चे में आ सकेंगे या 120 के क्लास होते हैं कुछ कुछ, बट 120 के ऊपर the interpersonal skill goes away, the interaction goes down. In fact, you cannot interact. It becomes more of a address, it becomes more of a speech than a class. Same thing happens here on e-learning platform, but the thing is here you can reach out to a larger audience. Now your class size is not limited to 60 or 120, probably it can be 1000 2000 also. It depends on which platform you are using, right? So why e-learning is must? E-learning is must because, as I said, you have to, as a teacher, we have to learn all these new techniques. Compulsion, as I said, is one thing which is compelling us to use all this. But in future, the marketplace will be all digital, and if your student, they are not tech savvy, they are not used to all this technology, then probably they'll be missing out on lot of benefits and lot of good job opportunities. Every dark cloud has a silver lining in it. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. What does it mean? That behind the dark cloud, जब भी बादल छाते, काले घने बादल जो बोलते हैं, उसके पीछे सूरज छिपा रहता है. इसका इसका व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ इट? इसका मतलब ये है कि जब भी अपने पे संकट आता है, चैलेंजेस आते हैं, तो देर इज़ ऑलवेज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी विच इज़ हिडन बिहाइंड दैट पर्टिकुलर challenges, right, and difficulties. So you have to search for those the opportunities in the challenges. That is nothing but every dark cloud has a silver lining in it. It is a very good quote given way back in 18th century, and it is possible, and it is possible for something good to come out of a bad situation. It is very very much possible. If we talk about globally, China, even though the virus started from China, Now, but most of the countries have gone against China because they didn't inform. There are a lot many politics involved, but many companies are going to shift out of China, and many other countries are going to get the benefit out of it. Probably India is going to be one. Now, blessing in disguise. This is what again is similar to what the earlier quote says. Blessing in disguise. Pandemic time, the popular tools and platform we have to learn. ये blessing in disguise is nothing but you are getting a opportunity in a गलती से आपको ये मिल गया because you never know that coronavirus is going to happen and you are going to go in a lockdown, you are going to be quarantined at your home and probably you are going to learn all this skill. आज अपन जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट ने यहाँ रजिस्टर किया, सब ने ऑनलाइन रजिस्टर किया, शायद बहुत लोगों ने फर्स्ट टाइम किया होगा, बट हमें पता चल गया है कि टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करना इट्स एज गुड एज यूजिंग अ मोबाइल फ़ोन, गिविंग अ कॉल. इट इज़ नॉट वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. Making those software and making those platform requires lot of skills, requires lot of techniques, requires lot of study in terms of software as well as hardware, right? Because this e-learning comprises of both software as well as hardware, and using this e-learning platform requires a learner and a teacher. If a teacher is not good, or even if the learner is not good, then probably whatever platforms are available are not going to help us out. So let us move because time restriction is there. Google, see, as I earlier said, I am a great fan of Google. In fact, most of we are a great fan. The reason is not that everybody is using it. The reason is it is the giant of the internet, right? It do have all sort of apps available which are interlinked. In fact, if you log in with your Google Gmail account, then probably you get lot many other benefits like Google Drive is there, which stores a lot of your files, documents. You name the file and it can store it. 15 GB is free, which is comes with every Gmail account. Then Google searches are very famous. Google recognition, if you click a photo of something, Google will probably translate for you, or Google will probably tell you what that photo is all about. So image recognition they call it. Even if I see a plant and do not know what is the name of that plant, I just download that app and I click the image of that plant, and Google will tell me probably this, the name of the plant is this one. ये झाड़ का नाम ये है, हो सकता है, because he'll probably give you option and you have to match those option. कि आपने जो क्लिक किया सर, वो जो options दे रहा है Google, वो उसमें से best possible match क्या है, तो probably you'll come to know that this plant is named by such and such thing, or named after such a scientist, or biological name is this, botanical name is this. So all these things are freely available, ma'am. The good part is most of the thing, बहुत सारे चीज़ें freely available है. That's why we don't have we do not understand the importance of it. बोलते हैं ना कि फ्री की दवाई ज़्यादा असर नहीं करती है, वही आपको खरीदना पड़ा तो you'll start using it meticulously, right? You'll start using it properly, effectively. But the unfortunate part, I would say, most of the things are free, and we as a teacher or we as a learner have to put in efforts just to learn it. That is all what is needed. Virtual Classroom is again a very good platform which I am using for my student. Google Classroom I am using, which I have not listed here. But Moodle is one of the very good virtual classroom platform. Few days back I have attended one FDB also on Moodle. Now Moodle comprises of everything. It is helpful for administration and management. It is helpful for documenting all sort of things, including the assignments, tracking the progress of the student, reporting all these things to the parents, to the management, to your superiors, right? And giving your lectures or delivering the lectures effectively. That is very important. Next is online assessment and evaluation, which is very difficult and hard, especially doing it online. But this can be also very effective if you start using websites like myquiz.org, or probably if you start using Google Forms, which comes very handy for taking the test of the students, especially multiple choice, short answers. You can post long answers also, and immediately you can evaluate. Most of the software gives for multiple choice, they will give the result instantly, right? So this all part get documented. The best part is online everything is getting documented, so you don't have to maintain the register which has a traditional teacher we used to do. Attendance register was there, then our muster was there. In fact, those things are going to remain, they are not going to go away very immediately, but slowly and steadily this digital platform e-learning is going to take over everything, and all documentation now will be based on just Google it is the jargon, right? Is the mantra now. You have to just Google out whatever you want and Google will give you the direction. All you have to do is apply your mind, apply your presence of mind, I would say. Find out which is right and which is correct. Find out whether references are given or not. That's why I've given the references. Whatever I say may not be true, but you can always refer out from where I have taken all this, right? That's why references are given. कि मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ आप लोग सुन तो रहे हैं, बट इसका क्या प्रमाण है कि मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो सब सही है. So you have to cross check as a researcher, as a teacher, you have to cross check out whatever I am saying. So these are all the references, right? In fact, I have carried out one survey also on e-learning and ODL platform with one of my colleague, Dr. Padmakar Sahare. He has helped me out in this particular survey. It was an online survey, and because of those results, I can talk to such a large extent. Even though I am not a very technical person in computers, even though I am an engineer, but I am not a computer engineer. So this reference, giving the references is very important, so that the learner come to know and he can cross check, he can validate your saying, he can validate whatever you have said, and see to it that whatever has been quoted was correct and right. Well, thank you all of you for your patient listening. Your feedback and queries are most welcome. In fact, you stayed with me for such a long time. Now all we have to do is stay at home, stay safe, and start adopting, start changing ourselves, start learning this technology. Because human being, as I said, has both side of the coin. If we start doing it, we as a species do have that quality of adopting to any new change. In fact, we have adopted almost for how much? 68, 69 days we are locked down at home, and we are doing it wonderfully. In fact, India, compared to other peer comparison, has done, or the counterpart has done good, right? So thank you all of you once again, and I wish all the best for your e-learning. Thank you very much.